The continuation of the Evadare mod, Xrun, is now fully released with all its free bonuses. I recommend you to watch the previous video about Evadare to understand what is happening. So it's time for me to show you what happened in Xrun. Also, some might ask me, will you do the same type of video about our box? Yeah, but only after the full release of the episode 4, which is already getting teased. I heard that this will be the finale of the season 1, so I want to make a whole big video about all the stuff which were shown in the mod, and also some other information from different sources. But for now, let's talk about Xrun. First things first, we start not from the version itself, but its release date trailer. Why? Because it has some lore elements that are not in the game. It opens with the scene, with the map and the photos from the previous trailer getting burned down. Later, we see the previous events of the bonus 3. We already solved them, so there's nothing new. After that, we see Rafi falling down and getting wounded. He gets stuck for a while, but later falls down. Not much exclusive stuff was shown in this trailer, but now we know that Rafi's map and pictures are probably burned down. Now let's actually move on to the version itself. Bonus 1, The Lost. It starts from our main guy, Rafi, falling on the ship floor. Later we see a silhouette of someone coming to him. Meet Capitan. He is the main guy in this chapter, and unlike Pumpkin Guy, he and his crew are friendly to Rafi. After helping him get up, we see a bunch of funky creatures, probably Capitan's crew members, minding their own business, while Rafi looks around. After that, we see a map sketch, which looks similar to the Rafi's map. At the bottom left, we see a ship doodle, which probably represents the Capitan's ship, and its destination is the other continent at the right. The events of the Evadare happened on the continent at the left, by the way. We also see some check marks near some islands. I don't have an exact answer what they mean, but maybe Capitan was collecting some crew members from these islands. We also see a weird triangle doodle with a question mark on it, which the ship has to go through. We're gonna talk about it later. If you wonder what that drawing means, it's the Evadare's currency, which was shown in first chapter. I guess they want to reach to the next continent to find the treasure, which will have a lot of money. Classic pirate's adventure. Usually, the place where the treasure is hidden marked with an X on the map, and the pirates are having a run to it. An Xrun. Mind-blowing. Rafi later looks at all this sketch stuff. Capitan decided to show other drawings to him. The first one is the doodle of the pumpkin guy with the arrow pointing at him saying bad. But Capitan is like, nah, this thing is worse. And we see a drawing of the big fish with billions of eyes on it. He actually has a name, Salamanca. He actually has a name, Xamalandra. And probably Capitan also wants to kill him. After that, Rafi decides to walk around this place and see what it has. The end of bonus 1. This one was more of a setup to introduce our new characters, new threat, and it gave some little details to the whole lore. Not so much to discuss here. Moving on to the bonus 2, Tragic. Rafi decides to look at the water in this place, probably to take a break from all the events that happened to him. But he notices something in the water, some eyes. Oh shit, it's the Xamalandra! Rafi gets the hell out of here to not get attacked by it. We see other Capitan's crew members, and the cannon one starts an alarm to start a fight with this big fish. Later, we see the crab guy go to the cannon to put a cannonball in it. He successfully shoots and hits the Xamalandra. It falls on the ship deck, defeated. Later, we see Capitan looking around, and later at his nemesis. They share an eye contact, and the bonus 2 ends. This one has more action in it, and we finally see the antagonist of this chapter. Although, despite Capitan calling him worse than Pumpkin Guy, he gets knocked down pretty easily. There's not a lot of little details in the second bonus. The only thing I can talk about is this jellyfish guy here, which wasn't in the game. It's an unused character. Ram includes some of them in her bonuses, probably just to not throw some cool designs into a trash bin. That's all we had about bonus 2. Now moving on to the final one, Dromon. We see Rafe with a sword and Capitan pushing him to the Xamalandra to kill it. He is about to finish his life, but suddenly the pumpkin guy with his crew appears from above. We see that his face now looks different, his mask is more damaged and it has blood on it. And his right eye is different, probably from the damage that Rafe dealt to him. Of course, he came to the ship to finally kill our main guy and get an award for his head. But he gets hit, and if you see closely, the Xamalandra hits him with his tail, knocking down both Rafe and Pumpkin Guy. The first one gets the hell out of here, while the second one sends the Xamalandra back to water. We actually see that it fears the Pumpkin Guy, or maybe the fish just doesn't like the lights that the guy points from his eyes. Rafe goes to the same map drawing that we saw in the first bonus, but now there's a handprint on the triangle doodle, and later we see that same triangle in the ocean. Yep, it's the Bermuda Triangle, and the ship is about to enter it. And you know that some bad stuff is happening inside of it. And the chapter finishes with both Pumpkin Guy and Rafe looking down at the Bermuda Triangle. That's what you might only see, but there's actually more. There's a very dark shadow of someone near Rafe, and if we brighten up the image, we see a familiar silhouette, the Aries, which was shown in Galaxy and the ending of Evadare. I wonder why they are here and what is their purpose in the story. But well, that's the end of the chapter 2, Xrun. Unlike the Evadare, the third bonus of Xrun did not left me confused and with tons of questions. But Xrun doesn't answer on these questions, it's just a continuation of the story, and it was finished on the climax, the Bermuda Triangle, which will probably do a lot of stuff to our characters. Now I will actually talk about the next and final chapter of the story, or should I say, guess what it will be about. We have almost no information and clues about third chapter. The only thing we have is the icon silhouette in the menu, which shows Pumpkin Guy glitched. At first, when I saw it before the Xrun release, I wondered why he is on it, but after seeing him again and with new design, now it makes sense. And I guess if he will appear in third chapter as one of the sounds again, we can assure that others from Evadare will appear. And not just the gang from the Evadare, but Xrun too. So here is what I think chapter 3 will be about. Chapter 3 is a combination of both Evadare and Xrun characters, but they all will look damaged, or glitched, or both, because of the Bermuda Triangle, which might be the thing, because when the Pumpkin Guy and his gang appeared in third bonus, the soundtrack changed from the one that was similar to the combo to the mix of both Evadare and Xrun sounds. I don't think this is how the third chapter will sound like, but the vibe might be the same. So mark my words, chapter 3 will be a mix of previous two chapters, with a lot of glitching effects, and maybe something more. This statement might age very bad, or very good. If I am right, then Rem, I want to take a part in developing your next mod. And if I am wrong, then go subscribe to Rem's channel. Or still do it anyways, she definitely deserves to have more subscribers. Do it. But for now, that's it, with the Evadare story. We're gonna see how it will end in 2023. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you later.